Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast, Perfecting Pronunciation. I'm your host, Michael, and today we have a special guest joining us, Andrew.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me, Michael. I'm excited to dive into the topic of pronunciation practice with you.
Absolutely, Andrew. Pronunciation is such a vital aspect of language learning, and today we'll be sharing some valuable exercises and tips to help our listeners improve their pronunciation skills. Let's begin by discussing why pronunciation practice is essential. Andrew, why do you think it's crucial for language learners to work on their pronunciation?
Well, Michael, clear and accurate pronunciation enhances communication by ensuring that your message is understood correctly by others. It also boosts confidence and fluency, making conversations more natural and enjoyable. Plus, mastering pronunciation opens doors to better comprehension and integration into the target language community.
Exactly, Andrew. Pronunciation is the bridge that connects language learners with native speakers, facilitating meaningful interactions and cultural exchange. Now let's explore some effective strategies for improving pronunciation. First off, let's talk about practicing difficult sounds. Andrew, what advice would you give to our listeners who struggle with certain sounds in their target language?
One effective approach is to focus on individual sounds and practice them in isolation before integrating them into words and sentences. You can start by identifying the specific sounds that pose a challenge for you, and then seek out resources like pronunciation guides or online tutorials that provide targeted practice exercises.
That's a great tip, Andrew. By breaking down complex sounds into manageable components and dedicating focused practice time to each one, you can gradually build confidence and accuracy in your pronunciation. Another crucial aspect of pronunciation is word stress. Andrew, could you explain why word stress is important and offer some strategies for mastering it?
Certainly, Michael. Word stress refers to the emphasis placed on certain syllables within a word, which can significantly impact its meaning and clarity. To improve word stress, practice identifying stressed syllables in words by paying attention to natural speech patterns and listening to native speakers. You can also use visual aids like phonetic transcriptions or stress markers to help reinforce correct pronunciation.
Excellent advice, Andrew. Developing awareness of word stress patterns and practicing them actively in speech can enhance your overall intelligibility and make your spoken language more native-like. Let's move on to intonation patterns, another essential aspect of pronunciation. Andrew, how can our listeners improve their intonation to sound more natural and expressive in their target language?
Intonation refers to the rise and fall of pitch in speech, which conveys nuances of meaning, emotion, and emphasis. To practice intonation, try mimicking native speakers' speech patterns, paying attention to pitch variations and stress patterns. You can also record yourself speaking and compare your intonation with that of native speakers to identify areas for improvement.
That's a fantastic suggestion, Andrew. Intonation plays a significant role in conveying tone, attitude, and emotion in speech, so mastering it can take your language proficiency to the next level. Now that we've covered some strategies for improving pronunciation, let's offer our listeners some practical exercises they can incorporate into their daily practice routine. Andrew, could you share a few exercises with us?
Of course, Michael. One exercise is to practice tongue twisters, which are sequences of words or phrases that contain challenging sounds and combinations. Reciting tongue twisters aloud can help improve articulation, clarity, and fluency in speech.
That's a fun and effective exercise, Andrew. Tongue twisters provide a playful way to target specific sounds and develop coordination and flexibility in your mouth muscles. Another exercise is shadowing, where you listen to recordings of native speakers and repeat what they say in real time, matching their rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation as closely as possible. This helps improve your ability to mimic natural speech patterns and internalize correct pronunciation.
Absolutely, Michael. Shadowing allows you to immerse yourself in authentic language samples and develop a better ear for pronunciation subtleties while simultaneously refining your speaking skills.
Finally, for those looking to fine-tune their pronunciation, recording yourself speaking and listening back to identify areas for improvement can be incredibly beneficial. Pay attention to aspects like clarity, rhythm, and intonation, and make adjustments as needed to achieve your desired level of proficiency.
That's great advice, Michael. Self-recording and reflection empower you to take ownership of your learning journey and track your progress over time, ultimately leading to more polished and confident pronunciation.
As we wrap up today's episode, Andrew, do you have any final thoughts or words of encouragement for our listeners who are working on improving their pronunciation?
I'd just like to remind our listeners that pronunciation is a skill that improves with practice and persistence. Don't be discouraged by initial challenges or setbacks. Instead, embrace them as opportunities for growth and learning. Keep experimenting, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep enjoying the journey of language acquisition.
Well said, Andrew. Remember, perfect pronunciation isn't the goal. Effective communication is. So embrace your unique voice and keep striving for clearer, more confident speech. Well, folks, we hope you found our discussion helpful and inspiring.